More and more states are announcing fresh measures to tackle the rise in cases and the threat from the Omicron variant. And after Madhya Pradesh, now Uttar Pradesh has announced a night curfew. The night curfew will be between 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. and this will be from Saturday that the night curfew will begin in Uttar Pradesh. Madhya Pradesh announced a night curfew yesterday itself. Let's go across to Alok for more on this. And Alok, there's also restrictions on marriages, etc. Give us the details.
So what the UP government has done, Gargi, is that it has announced a night curfew, or it has brought back, I think that would be a better way of putting it. So it has brought back the night curfew in the state starting tomorrow. And this night curfew will be in place between 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. in the morning. They haven't said till when this will be in effect, so one would assume that it will be in effect till further orders and most certainly till New Year, because that is the time the government assumes that people will be out in the night. The other thing that has been done, as you pointed out correctly, is that the government has again brought in some restrictions saying that any marriage or social functions can be attended by a maximum of 200 people with COVID protocols in place. So these are the two things that the government has done as of now. They've also said that they are going to encourage or sensitize shopkeepers to have a policy of no mask, no entry. I mean, some shopkeepers do it on their own, but mostly this is not followed. So this is also something that the government is saying. Now, in terms of overall cases of COVID in UP, at the moment, the situation does seem under control in the sense that the cases aren't rising exponentially, but we all know how that goes. Even the last time, if you remember, around Holi, the cases have started rising and there were these huge gatherings during Holi, and then suddenly there was an explosion of cases. Will this time, one hopes that this time this won't be the case. So yesterday, about 31 fresh COVID cases were reported across UP. But as we've been looking at the reproduction factor also, which is an important number when it comes to tracking the rise of COVID, and that number is increasing for UP. It currently stands at about 1.27 as of yesterday, whereas the overall India average is about 0.92. So that is a concern, the fact that, this is indicating that cases could be on the rise. And that is why perhaps the government has gone ahead and brought in these restrictions. I think one will have to wait and watch to see what happens in the next week or 10 days. They are critical. Election rallies are scheduled to continue, for instance. On the 28th, the Prime Minister is back in UP. On the 28th, Akhilesh Yadav is taking out a Rath Yatra. Other smaller level meetings are happening. Amit Shah, the Home Minister, is on a week-long tour of UP. So politically, it seems that everything is fine. Some people are commenting on social media that does COVID strike only at night, and it doesn't strike in political rallies because you have the same crowds coming in day after day, and there's no word from our netas whether they're going to put a curb on that.
All right.